What's going on, everybody? Scott Hogan coming at you. We are here, we're outside at Inwood Golf Course, and I'm going to take you through a little practice session of what I do with the Mevo Plus. I'm excited to get it back outside because we're able to see how some of these new updates are playing, things like that, and then we're going to be able to see how we can use it to get better. So I'll kind of walk you through that. I'm going to work on my game here for a little bit, so I'll show you how I would do that. Now, before we do that, I want to give a quick shout out. Governor State, team I coach, Casey, guy we've been working together and working on his game for several years. Congratulations to him. He qualified for the NAIA National Championship, which as an individual, basically that means you have to win your conference tournament, which he was able to do in some extremely high wins at the TPC at Deer Run. So I want to give him a shout out, congratulations. And if you're interested, go check out the NAIA Championships. It's going to be back at Deer Run, and you'll check out Casey. My boy's been around for a while, but somebody I'm proud to see him grow as a player, and he's really worked on his game. So with that, let's show you how I would work on this game as we go through here. So you can see my setup here. Pretty simple. Got the Mevo Plus out. I don't have the battery because I don't plan on hitting balls for too long. I don't hit balls for a long time as I go. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get everything set up. Now, if I was going to worry about my angle of attack, you would actually see me get out here and measure it off, and then I would actually be hitting off of a tee. I'd be putting that ball in the ground and very low and hitting off that tee, because you have to hit from the same spot to get the correct measurement. Now, I'm not doing that, so I'm hitting off the ground directly, and I'll worry about my angle of attack just by seeing how big of a divot I'm taking. You know, I want it to be fairly thin, so I'll do that. But we're going to hit some wedges to start. I've got my Mevo Plus at a target out there. I do have a little wind going left to right, and so I have my watch app dialed in here, okay? And I'm going to just start looking at some of the things that I'm seeing. So that one started a little left of that target line, and the carry was 87 yards. Again, I'm a big fan of using the watch app. And I do have my phone going back here if I need it, because after I hit a few, what I'm going to work on is, I'm just going to check my swing here a little bit. So those felt pretty good. Now when I'm practicing, because it's a flighted range ball, it is a little windy, I'm expecting that ball to be shorter than normal. But the key is I want to be consistent when I look at the numbers. So 87 on the previous shot, that one was 91, and they both landed in a pretty similar area. So I know, based on range balls, you can add about 10, 12, 15% depending on what's going on. My big thing is I want to hit a golf ball in a similar fashion. I'll figure out the distances when I go out and play. I'll do some practice rounds with a real ball, but I want to be landing the ball in a similar spot all the time, okay? So that's what we're gonna do. Now, after I've hit a few shots like that, what I'm gonna start doing is coming back, and what I love with Mevo is I can fire up the video, okay? So I do have it where I'm recording on my phone just because the camera on the phone is better, but I can just take a look and see if I'm getting what I want. So I'm looking at this, not bad, liking where I'm coming down at. That one a little bit over. That one was better. And I can just start lurking through some of those feels as we're going, okay? Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is, after I've done a few wedges, I'm going to work my way up, and this would be the point where if I had a drill that I was going to work on, I would be doing that. I've been working all winter on my drills, so I don't really need to do that. So what I'm going to do is hit a few shots, working on, I want to try to start this ball on line. So it's blowing a little left to right, so it's a little bit of a challenge, but I want the ball to start a little right and possibly draw. So I've switched my club on the watch. I'm going to just pay attention. I've got a 7-iron out, and we're going to start paying attention to that horizontal launch, okay? And I don't want to do it necessarily by aiming. I want to do it because I'm letting this club drop a little bit so I can swing it out a little bit more. A little thin, but we'll check it out. Right idea. Yep, that was a 0.3 horizontal launch. Distance, if I'm going by our theory, if it's about 12%, so 10% off of 170 is what I plan on hitting my 7-iron. So that would be 17 yards. So that's 153. If it's 12, you can take another, another 2 or 3 yards off of that. So about 150 is what I should hit this 7-iron with the flighted range ball, okay? So again, you can kind of figure out where you should be at in the absence of a range ball mode for you. That one wasn't as good. Yeah, 3.3 left. I pulled that one. Not as good. Not nearly as good. That was better, but I think I still pulled it. Yeah, 2.3. So I can use this to really get a feel. I mean, that one wasn't hit too bad, but what I feel there now is that club face is closing. So what I can do is I can combine the video. So I'm gonna go back and look at that one. Okay, so this was a decent one. So that started out. It's a decent swing. Here's the one that started 2.3 left. And I could just see my hands are really rolling that club face over through that. So I gotta make sure I don't do that. So you can see how I just use the tools at my disposal to get a feel for what's going on. Now obviously I have knowledge of my swing and what's going on. And that's where you should get some help if you need it. But there we go. That one was better. Let's see if that started right. 0.1 left. So I'll take it. I'd love to see it just like 0.2 right. But that one was hit very good. That carry, that ball rode the wind. 159 carry. That one was a good one. That's it. We're going to be outside with more launch monitors. So if you have any questions about how to use it, how to get better, let me know. Other than that, thanks for tuning in. And we'll catch you in the next video. Peace.